Hi everyone, welcome. YourChiWiz. My name is Harry from Feng Shui Journey. Today we are going live to discuss everything that you need to know when it comes to Feng Shui and decluttering. Thank you for all of those who are new joining our session today. And for all of those who are back again for another live, I really appreciate your time and energy. Spring is proof that there's beauty in new beginnings. Let yourself bloom. Today, we are going to really talk about the feng shui tips and tricks in terms of applications that you should consider when applying feng shui to your home to declutter your life, your space, and elevate the energy in your home. As we move into the presentation here, let's go through this. I'm going to go through all this information with you. For those who are new, it's a lot of information. So the good news is that you will be getting a copy of the presentation following this live broadcast. In addition to that, if you join fengshuijourney.com newsletter, you'll get all the information and all the details to help elevate your home and your life. So today, let's go into the next slide here. For those who don't know me, my name is Harry from Feng Shui Journey. I'm a classically trained Chinese astrologist. I focus on Chinese astrology, five-element theory, founder of Feng Shui Journey. Everything I do is from form school as well as flying star when it comes to looking at the energy and the footprint of your home. As we all know, flying energy changes on an annual and on a monthly basis. So really trying to understand the magnetic footprint of your home is essential in elevating the intentions as well as balancing out the five-element theory of your home on a monthly and on an annual basis. Now, as we move along, we're going to talk about the concept of feng shui. I know I have some new people joining the live today, so I just really want to make sure that you understand feng shui is beyond just moving things. When we think about feng shui, it's really about qi. And in feng shui, that means energy. Qi is the vital energy that influences our well-being, our mindset, our happiness, our success, and our environment. When we think about feng shui, for me, it's all about assessing the energy of a space. We leverage time and energy to really understand the influence of all the energy in a particular day, hour, month, as well as year. Feng Shui is rooted in Taoist philosophy. So really thinking about how do we bring the balance of all the elements? And when I talk about elements, I'm talking about wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. And importantly, a lot of us know the concept of yin and yang. How do we balance that in our life as well as in our space? Everything has energy. We'll go through that today and really talk about how we interact with our space. Now, the other three important areas when we think about feng shui, in looking at the next slide here, there are three things. The first is your Minghua and your Qua number. Like your home, everybody has a date of birth. That's the construction year, right? So your date of birth, looking at your day, month, year, will give you a Minghua or a Qua number. The Qua number gives you your favorable and unfavorable direction. I'm religious that way. My office was set up so that I could face two directions that is most auspicious for personal growth as well as for success. We are in a new month. It is the dragon month. I am also a dragon. Today, April 5th, it was very auspicious for me to pick this day to go live because it's all tied to my own personal Minghua. It is the dragon day in the dragon month. Me as your host is a dragon in the year of the wood snake. All of that plays to a lot of energy that happens. Now, a lot of my clients say, well, sometimes things don't go wrong, or sometimes things are not going the way that I expected. Guess what? This morning I was cleaning my office, getting ready for this live. I broke a glass. Ooh, in feng shui, in a new month, a new year, day, animal, whatever it is, breaking something is very inauspicious it is also bad luck, something like that. You clear the energy of your space. Depending on what you use, you could use wind chimes, you could use bells, you could use sage. So for me, during our session today, I'm bringing the fire energy with this candle here to talk to you all about spring, blossoming, changing, looking at transformation, and really thinking about the energy of your home. The second area is really dissecting your floor plan or the energy of your home. In many different schools of feng shui, there is a concept of nine life guas. Those are also the ba gua sections or guas of your home. When you think about the ba gua map, you're making sure that there are different ways to apply it. You could basically put the ba gua map at the front door of your floor plan and really dissect that floor plan into nine guas. But in classical trained feng shui practices, we also rely on the energy of the home. So, really looking at the construction year, when was the house built? Like I said earlier, you have a date of birth, your home has a date of birth. That energy is very different from one home to another. Then we also look at the residents of the home and looking at their Minghua and making sure that the bedroom, the kitchen, all the major areas of your home are in the right cardinal direction based on that floor plan. Now, again, if it's not aligned and is not auspicious for you, there are many different ways we can elevate, remedy the space to really help you have the right energetic footprint of your home. The third aspect is really tying into Chinese astrology. From a classical trained perspective, your Minghua, which is the four pillars of destiny, including into your Qua number, also is interrelated with your Chinese zodiac animal. As we all know, there are 12 Chinese zodiac animals. We are in 2025 and in the year of the wood snake. Last year, we were in the year of the dragon. So every year, from an annual perspective, the Chinese zodiac animal change. There is also correlation of Chinese zodiac animal from time. So a certain hour is denoted by a certain Chinese zodiac animal. The cardinal direction of a space is also tied to a zodiac animal. So when we think about applying feng shui, I always use the analogy it's a sandwich, right? There are many layers. You can have your lettuce, you can have your meat, then your pickles, and then all of the ingredients from mayonnaise, ketchup, then cheese, whatever you want in that sandwich. Same thing as feng shui. You start off with the base, which is the bread, and truly understanding the date of your home. Then we also look at your Chinese astrology. Then we look at flying star energy. Then we look at Mingguas. Then we look at cardinal direction. It goes on and on. So my biggest thing I always tell to those who are new to feng shui, be patient. Understanding and decoding everything that you need to know about feng shui is critical, right? It is the first layer of understanding and applying feng shui principles to your life. Now, that's the three applications. Now, the discussion topic today is everything to do with spring. I know we're already into spring. A lot of my clients, as well as myself, have asked me, what am I doing to prepare for spring? I love spring, summer, all these opportunities for us to grow individually as a person, whether it be in your career, whether it be growing your family, whether it be growing and transforming your life. This is the time to do it. So what are you trying to do in spring is basically to get rid of the clutter. Clutter blocks the chi. When I think about clutter from a feng shui perspective, I'm looking at the front of my home, working backwards and going all the way to the back and ensuring that I'm clearing the energy, clearing the space, making sure that I'm removing clutter. I'm bringing earth energy into my home, making sure that we balance out the 5-element theory, but it's also based on the cardinal direction of your front door. So you are going to learn a lot about feng shui today. You are also going to learn some home and life hacks. So I truly appreciate you all being here. I also have my team live here with me. If you have any questions, please put it in the chat. We'll make sure that we address that and then also make sure that your email following this session will also include any of the details there. I mentioned earlier before about the Bagua map. You can go to my website, fengshuijourney.com, and download a copy of the Bagua map. There are promo codes that we will share with you so that you'll get a complimentary Bagua map. But today we're talking about chi. We're talking about energy movement. We're talking about symbolism, manifestation. Everything in Feng Shui is very symbolic. From the direction of your sitting area, the way you set up your office, the command position of your furniture. Then we're really going to talk about mind and body connection. How do you connect yourself during springtime to really look at transformation? The energy of the snake this year is all about transforming. It's the opportunity for us to lay the foundation of what we really truly want to aspire next year. The horse energy is coming in 2026, and horse is dynamic, it's powerful, it's strong, it's fast. So things are going to move much faster next year if we plant the seeds right. When we think about spring, it's like planting this flower seeds or your vegetable seeds into the ground and ensuring it's going to blossom for summer, right? It's the same concept when we apply all of the natural elements, 5-element theories, the Bagua, decluttering intentionally for each of the areas of your home. And then we'll close up and talk about yin and yang and how we balance that out. So that's a lot already, and let's talk about energy flow. So as we all know, you can see it on the internet, you can search it, you hear a lot of Feng Shui practitioners really talk about qi. The main thing I want you to understand is qi flows into your home. It has a methodology of how it travels throughout your space. How can qi be blocked? How can qi bounce out? So, for example, when you think about the qi flow, when it comes to landscape design, I always tell my clients, make sure that the path for the qi to flow from your front door throughout your home is clear, that there is no clutter. How can you help to really make that qi flow properly? You can use different elements that will help drive the energy towards your front door by making sure it's clean, making sure it's working, that you have lights and natural lights in those areas. Then you're also going to make sure, if you wanted to, you can put those different statues in front of your home. Symbolic, if you're deep rooted in Chinese, you can have the 2 fu dogs in front. You can have a Bagua mirror if this year your front door is facing a non-auspicious direction. The main thing is that you want the qi to flow. If you can create a pathway for that qi, that is fantastic. You don't ever want to block the qi. When the qi is blocked, the energy in your space is very stagnant. You'll feel sluggish, right? The energy of your home is really tied to how qi flows to really elevate success in your home. I always say the center of my home is always going to be clear. And the main areas of your home for me, when I think about applying Feng Shui, is always the front door, the kitchen, my office, and my bedroom, ensuring that I have good sleep, good rest, so that my mind is clear and I wake up every morning with great intentions. So there's different ways you can really make sure that your qi is flowing in the proper area. So remove all the clutter, add natural products and elements into your home. The sound is also very important. When we leave our house, no matter for whatever reason, my Alexa is my gift. I ask Alexa to turn on waterfall music, natural music, whatever my mood is. I want the qi to permeate throughout my home. Sound is a good way of doing that. In Chinese New Year, I always put the lion dance booming really loud at the front door because it's vibrating the energy. It's bringing in the new energy into my home. Throughout the year, you can do different things to really elevate that. Another way that you can actually bring sound to your front door and throughout your home is through wind chimes. Making sure that when it's a windy day, your wind chime at the front there, it makes that beautiful sound, music or bell. All of that can activate the energy of the qi and then really bring that into your home. And the other way that I really love embracing qi is either through natural light or man-made light, right? So For the front door, always making sure that the porch light is on if it is an auspicious direction. In my office, as you can see a little bit today, I have natural light because I've changed the way my desk is positioned. I've got windows open. It's great to open up the windows, let the air. Beginning today was a new month, the dragon energy. This morning when I woke up at 7 a.m., the first thing I did is I went to open my front door, open my back door. I want that natural flow of earth energy going throughout my home. I took out my little sage stick and in figure 8 started to clear out the energy at the front door and walk from the front of my home all the way to the back of my home to let the energy out. Main thing is opening up your windows and doors. When you are clearing your home using sage, crystals, bells, whatever you choose, you want to make sure that that negative chi energy is having a way to escape your home and bring out that negative energy. So really think about chi. Chi is all about flow of movement, river, the way a stream is. So you always want to make sure that when that chi, if you could see it, is permeating through your home, it can move effortlessly and it can bring in some positive energy of your home. The one thing I close here on the chi piece is I do see a lot of my clients. I was just at a client's house a month ago, and as soon as I opened their door, there was a mirror right at the front door. What happens with mirror? It can be very dangerous in Feng Shui. Mirrors are used to elevate a space. It grows, makes things abundant, but it also talks about the flow of energy. When the flow of energy going into the front door hits a mirror, it's going to bounce back. So one of the biggest no-nos in Feng Shui is having a mirror at the front entrance of your door. You can have it in your front foyer, but just make sure that it is not facing directly to the front door. So as soon as you open the door, you see yourself or you see the energy hit the mirror and bounce out. That is considered negative energy that is moving in a different direction, and it is blocking the chi to permeate throughout your home. Lots on chi there, so let's move on here. So as we think about symbolism and really thinking about manifestation, no matter what religious belief you are, no matter what practice of Feng Shui you do, everything is very intentional. You know, Feng Shui and symbolism, everything carries a symbolic meaning. Whether or not you have a fish tank, whether or not you have a chair that is sitting at the front of your home, whether or not you have shoes that are sitting at the front of your entrance. In Feng Shui, there are different rules when it comes to understanding Feng Shui, understanding symbolism, and really making sure that you clear the clutter. Clutter represents unhealthiness, unfinished business, emotional baggage. So when you walk into a home or into a room in your home and you see a lot of clutter, you see a lot of mess, and it's dark, ask the question, how do you feel? You're generally going to feel a little bit low energy. You're feeling a little bit negative. You're unhappy. You could be moody, whatever. It's because it's clutter. It's also because it's not clean. It doesn't have natural light. So you always want to keep or remove the unnecessary items. You know, not in Feng Shui, but just in general life. You know, clearing clutter is important. Living a minimalistic life is also very important. Color choice. Color is tied to 5-element wheel. When we think about fire energy, we're always thinking about red, orange, sometimes purple, sometimes, you know, terracotta could throw in there. So you want to make sure that the energy flow is also tied to the symbolic meaning and colors of the decor in your home. So when we think about how do you apply symbolism, the first thing I do with my clients when I walk through their home is asking them, why do they have that picture there? Why do they have a chair there? Why are there no plants? Or why is there a plant? Understanding the why and how people design and see their space is really going to help me as their Feng Shui practitioner to understand the movement of the energy and what is important to them. You want to make sure that you have meaningful objects, meaningful decor. A lot of my clients sometimes tell me, oh, it was on sale. I saw it, I bought it. But when we think about whatever they just bought, whether it be a painting, does it translate to the right energy for the space? Is it very intentional? My client last month that I was talking about, I went into her house, I did a lot of observation, and I noticed that she had a lot of blues, from dark blues, light blues. Her paintings were like waterfalls, were ocean, and I was overwhelmed with the amount of water element until I got home, understanding her date of birth, doing her Mingua, doing her Bazi. The one element that was missing was water in her four pillars of destiny. It was fascinating. It was just like truly shaken during that moment writing her report to really now connect and understand she, not knowing this, already had the insight, the intuition, the feeling that she needed water around her. So we had a great, thoughtful conversation in terms of understanding how water is missing in her life, how she can add it into her space, and whether or not she even needs to move closer to water to really give her the appropriate chi. That's a lot when it comes to Feng Shui. Understanding the symbolic nature of color, the symbolic nature and representation of all your decor, of the things that you have in your life, in your space, in your home is very important. When it comes to setting intention, every gua in your space, for love and romance, it's the southwest corner. If you're looking to travel more, it is the northwest corner, right? And it's helpful people area, right? So you also want to write the appropriate intention and set the right manifestation. Using the lunar calendar, using the moon cycles are also very good ways to start and check on your intentions. So when it's a new moon, new energy, it's a great time to clear the energy in your home, write the appropriate intention or manifestation, and then apply it, right? And place that in the appropriate areas. Many people do different ways when it comes to writing their intention and placing them. I always place my intentions in the appropriate gua. So if I want the next month to be all about my career, I'm going to put my intention in the north area. I might use green crystals, aventurine, jade, really to help boost that energy there. Depending on what is written on that piece of paper, I might use Chinese coins. I might use other aspects of cinnamon and salt, into my little treasure chest to boost that. So there's a lot that you really can do during these cycles of the moon, new month. So today is a new month. We talked about new energy from April 5th to May 5th. It is the dragon month. If you want to set an intention, light a candle, say a prayer in your head, say it out loud to the universe, whatever is comfortable for you, put that intention there and then see how it transpires over the next month as we move into the snake month in the snake year. May, let's all be a little bit cautious. Okay, let's move on to mind and body connection. So physical clutter affects the way you think, your mental clarity, your productivity, your emotional well-being, because clutter is blockage of chi. When I get to clean my desk and I use all the sanitary wipes and I come back in, I feel so refreshed in my space. When I open my windows and let natural light into my space when I'm working, when I have a candle in front of me, helping to bring out the fire energy, because fire is going to help out with the wood element this month in the year of the wood snake. It is going to illuminate and energize me. When we're out in the sun getting some vitamin D and wearing appropriate sunscreen, you feel good. Sometimes when I talk to my friends, when you're tan, you feel good. I'm a little tan. I just came back from a cruise with my family. I feel good. I feel refreshed. There are so many different ways you need to connect your mind, body, and connection. Diagnose your space. You really want to increase and the energy so you can decrease anxiety, stress, and feeling overwhelmed. A lot of people ask me, what are some of the quick cures? I am having a hard time sleeping. Scent is very important when it comes to sleeping. So really thinking, I love those dehumidifiers that you can put into your space, and you can add eucalyptus, whatever your choice of scent is, that could really help you. But for those who are feeling very strong negative chi from their body, seven chakra crystal is a great way that you can put in a little bundle, in a little pouch, put it underneath your pillow to really help with the energy of sleep. What you can also do, if you have those seven chakra crystals, when you are laying down, put them on your body and then let it sit there for 5, 10, 15 minutes and let that seven chakra go into your body, into your system. Put it back in the pouch, put it underneath your pillow. Another cure is if you have the bed that allows you to put a metal bowl of water. As you put that metal bowl of water underneath your bed, over time, you will see, one, the water evaporate, but two, you'll see bubbles that are in that little bowl. The bubble is basically telling you something is working. The energy, the negative chi from your mind body is being released and going into this bowl. What you do want to do is get rid of that bowl of water. Don't water your plants with it. Don't drink it. Don't reuse it. It is considered as negative chi, negative energy. So you want to flush that away or go outside and just put it on the street. I would not water my plants with it, because if it's sizzling and bubbling, that means there's been a lot of negative chi. So really go through every aspect of your home. Look at the clutter. My best way when it comes to spring cleaning is I give all of my family members a box. And that box is basically all the stuff that they're going to give away or throw away, right? Everybody has their own boxes and they do their own room. And then we all go through each of our rooms in our home. That is setting the right intention, being mindful of clutter, and asking yourself, do I need this? Do I want this? Or is it just taking up space? When you do that as a family, when you do that individually, if you're on your own, it's just really a good way for you to get rid of stuff that is lingering around. I have clients who always questions like, Harry, I don't know why I can't find a relationship. I struggle from my last relationship and I'm trying to find new relationship. And the first thing that I do when I go through their home, help them declutter, I find pictures of their exes. I find their old wedding dress in their, closet and all that. And I always ask them, why do you keep on to this? What is the purpose? What is it serving you by having your old wedding dress? All of that is carrying of baggage. It's carrying of negative chi, of a relationship that didn't work and you are trying to move on. So it's always about getting rid of the old, welcoming in the new. For all those who are single looking for love, red hangers is a great way to welcome the chi of a new partner into your space. Also, make sure you have space in your closet for your partner, whoever he or she is, to actually share that space. A lot of these intentional mindset and setting the right intention of love and romance in the southwest corner, or even putting it in your closet in a nice little treasure chest or a nice little vase of flowers. It is a way of setting and energizing that chi for your bedroom, right? There's also the kitchen. The kitchen is everything to do with your health. The one biggest tip I can give you, and I always try to do this at home myself too, we have 6 stove burners. They are gas stove burners. I tend to use 2 only, and those are my 2 favorite. My biggest tip to myself and to all of you, make sure you light up all of your burners. You want everything to be working once in a while, right? Yes, I might go to my 2 favorite, but I'm also going to try to turn on the other. When you don't turn on the energy of the gas stove for the others, you're not allowing it to release its energy. It could be holding some blockage energy there. You want to make the center of your kitchen counter, if you have one, or of your kitchen, to make sure that there's fresh flowers, there's bowls of fresh fruit. I rely on the number nine. Nine is very auspicious in Feng Shui. We're in period nine. So I want to make sure I have a combinations of lemons, limes, and oranges. Nine total in a bowl. I have candles, I have flowers, I have fresh plants. You want that energy to be very bright, welcoming, and smelling refined in your kitchen. Everything in your kitchen is all about health. We'll take a look at your cupboards, take a look at your fridge, take a look at the pantry. You always want to make sure when it comes to spring cleaning, you're organizing, labeling, but you're also getting rid of stuff you no longer need or use, right? So really be very mindful, intentional as you clear the clutter in each of your space through your appliances, as well as anything that you look to use. Anything chipped, cracked, or broken, get rid of it. Don't be a hoarder, donate it, get rid of it, and making sure that that negative chi is gone. I have clients who have little chips of glass in a mirror or in a picture frame, and they're just holding on to it because they didn't have time to go buy the replacement. I say, take out that picture, save it, and then also when you have time, buy that new frame and then put it in. The longer you make sure that you keep broken things around, you are attracting negative chi in your home. So as you go and declutter your space, it's a great way to check on the status of things. I always wipe things down with some vinegar, soap, and water, warm water on a cloth, and making sure that I'm cleaning all of that negative chi and welcoming some new chi. Your home office is another great space if you are looking for a boost in your career, a job change, a transformation in career. Make sure that the north area of your home, but then also your desk, is also clutter free. You can apply the nine bagua, the gua areas, to your desk, depending on if you have a square, rectangle desk, and use symbolism to add the right image, object, five element into the right gua based on your desk, the desk that you're sitting in front of you. Everything is intentional. When it comes to career, you could also write an intention and put it in a red envelope or in an envelope and put it on the back of your chair, underneath your table. Those are all the areas that you can really write the right intentions to place in your home office. I have an intention behind my fish tank. I have money taped behind my bed headboard, so I'm sleeping against money. Everything I do is symbolic. If you joined my Chinese New Year live, we talked about putting a red envelope with Chinese coins underneath the front door mat. Why? When somebody is at my front door and they're going to walk into my home, they're energizing by stepping on that mat and bringing it into my home. It's symbolic. It works for me. I hope it works for you, but you always want to energize that to bring positive chi of prosperity, abundance, and opportunity. And thankfully, a lot of this does work for me. When we think about feng shui and being scientific perspective, decluttering, environments reduce cognitive function and increases mental fatigue. So clutter is very bad. Clutter triggers stress and anxiety that we talked about, right? So you always want to make sure you spend time. If it's not springtime, do it once a month, do it twice a year, or even once a year. At least the fact that you are doing it, you're getting rid of clutter, you're bringing new energy into your home. Balance is key. When the chi flows into your space and there's positivity, it's going to change your mood and also your health. Right. I love incense. I love the smell of candles. I love using different ways to bring scent into my home. This year, I've asked my gardener to really plant flowers that I actually can cut and bring and put it into a vase and use it in my home. I'm tired of going to the grocery store, buying fresh plants and flowers that don't last long. So here's a way that I'm going to recycle the earth energy in the grounds of my home and bringing it into my house for my kitchen and my office. That's a lot. So when we think about it, the other one thing is just keep a healthy mindset. You know, whatever your goals are, to be healthier, to lose weight, whatever that is, set the right intentions, put it in the right area, connect your mind, body, and spirit to that intention, and make sure that you are doing everything you can to help elevate and promote that chi for that space. All right, let's move on. Let's really now dive deep into 5 elements in Gua. You know, as I mentioned, if you go to my website, you can use the promo code YourChiWiz. That's what I go by. You know, use that on checkout, and you can get my version of the Bagua map with tips around crystals and what each section means, how it's related to your body, for free. So remember, use that promo code. So Feng Shui, it's all about balance. We heard that before. And when I'm talking about balance of the 5 elements, I'm talking about wood, earth, metal, water, and fire. If you don't know about the 2 theories around how 5 elements work, you feel free to Google it, you know, understand it, read up on it. But you have a construction cycle and you have a deconstruction cycle. So how the elements interact with one another is very key in understanding its shape, its form, its color, its energy. All elements carry its own properties and energy with it. Clutter can create an imbalance of this. So when I walk into a home and I'm seeing something that's so powerful, so colorful, that it's just, you know, it creates an imbalance for me visually, I always ask my clients, how do you feel when you're sitting in this space, when you are working here, when you are sleeping here, and all that? Tie everything to mind, body, and soul. It's how you feel. Feng Shui is about feeling. It's about your intuition. It's about your gut. It's about how does it make you feel. So depending on your element, based on your Bazi Day Master, that's another layer of Feng Shui. You know, if you are a fire element Day Master and you walk in someone's home and all they have is red colors, orange and purple, it's very heavy. The energy is very heavy. It's fiery. It's choppy. The life is very, you know, unbalanced, unstable. The energy is very chaotic, very fast, right? You need to balance that out. So understanding the construction and the deconstruction cycle of 5 element theory is very crucial to helping you balance out the energy of your space. Going back to clutter, you know, enhancing the right element and restoring that energy can also boost some harmony. So really decode, you know, the energetic footprint of your home, understanding the flying star. If you don't want to go too deep, just go with the Bagua map and locate the southwest corner for love and romance. If you're single, looking for love, looking for a relationship. It doesn't even have to be about relationship. For example, if you are having some trouble at work from communication, you find that your communication is very fiery, you're having a hard time sharing your story, defending your viewpoint. It's about communication and connection and network. So the southwest corner, when it comes to relationship, can also be a great way for you to remedy and influence that to have better working ties, better relationships with people. So understand what your intentions are, tie it to the Bagua map, and look at how you could use the 5 element theory and understanding its properties and colors and shape and form to really elevate and put the right remedies there. We talked about career, we talked about love, we talked about health. Let's talk a little bit about prosperity. Wealth and prosperity. It's in the southeast corner of your home, whether it be the true cardinal direction of your home, or from a Bagua map. That is energy of wood. So declutter this so that you can open up new finance, new opportunities, and really embrace growth when it comes to prosperity. Wealth and prosperity means different things to different people. For me, when I think about wealth, prosperity is about opportunity. So in my southeast corner, I always want to use wood elements, from bringing in healthy plants, feng shui plants, money trees, pathos, bamboos, great feng shui plants. I also use fresh flowers and have a vase of, orchids or anything like that there. So it's all about bringing that wood element. You could also consider using water elements, whether it be a little water fountain, whether it be water crystal, blue, using the color blue, shades of blue to really decorate your space of the southeast corner. But again, tie it to your Bagua map. But if you go deeper, make sure that the southeast corner is the appropriate corner based on the construction year of your home. The other thing in Feng Shui is the far left corner of your home is all about wealth, prosperity, and opportunity. Walk into each area of your room from that front door. Where's the far left-hand corner? If it's right over there, what do I have there? Oh, don't have anything interesting that really represents wealth, prosperity, and opportunity. Add the decor, add the information that is there. So there's many different ways that you really can talk about 5 elements and tying it to your gua. Now, as we move along here, I know there's a lot of information here. I want to talk about, different aspects of Feng Shui. If we go to the next slide here, let's talk about Yin and Yang balance. Yin and Yang is very important. In Feng Shui, it's all about balance, making sure everything is balanced. So you want to make sure that the yin energy is soft, calm, passive. Yang is very bright. Too much clutter creates excess yang energy, right? So if yang energy is very stimulating, you have too much of that, you want to make your space so that it's not overwhelming, it's not chaotic. You want to balance the yin and yang of your space, whether it be your bedroom, whether it be your home. So reduce the clutter to prevent any, overstimulation, create more serene environment, bring nature, open windows, open up blinds, let natural light come in. Use softer texture, warm lighting instead of white lighting, adding plants. There's other things that you can do really in terms of colors and mirrors and the movement of all the different things in your home. In Feng Shui, there's a concept of moving metal and moving energy kind of deal. So sometimes, depending on your space, you will need moving metal. The best moving metal is a fan. You could also use grandfather clocks. I remember my grandparents' home, they used to have those big grandfather clocks that ding and make a noise on the hour. Those are wonderful. Again, as I mentioned early in the beginning, sound is a very good way of bringing and reactivating the chi in your space, in your home. So the main thing here is balancing that. Now we're going to talk about the energy of objects. When I work with my clients and really take a look at their space, the next slide here really goes into talking about what energy is stored in all of our objects, right? So understanding how we declutter our space is one thing, but then it's also clearing the energy of certain items that we have in our home. So let's just go to the next slide here quickly here, and we're going to talk about the properties, and how the energy of objects. So objects absorb and hold a certain type of energy. When you buy something in the store, that energy of that object has been permeating into that store, whether it be at Home Goods, whether it be whatever decor store it is, right? That vase, that mirror, that artificial plant, whatever you have or that you bought from there is holding an energy of that store. It's also holding the energy of the people who have touched it before you have done it or purchased it. So it's a great way when you buy things that, were not originally yours, is to clear that energy. So there's different ways you can really clear that energy, right? You want to draw out those emotions that the other person had, the intention they have, sometimes even gifts. There are some bad Feng Shui gifts that you can give someone, that is knives and scarves, right? In Feng Shui, for me, those are the 2 items. If somebody were to gift me a set of knives, I would return the favor and give them a red envelope with money, whether it be $1, $9, so that I am paying for that in some ways for that gift. In Feng Shui, gifting a knife, gifting anything sharp could also mean cutting ties with that person. So the other person doesn't follow Feng Shui and doesn't know anything and thought, oh, he's a chef, he loves to cook, so I'm going to get him a set of knife. You can accept it, but give them an exchange of money so it looks like you were purchasing that from that person. Scarves in Feng Shui is also an element of cutting ties. When you wear a scarf, you're making a knot, right? So again, another way to do that is give them an envelope of money so that it looks like you were buying that object from them. So making sure that you clear the energy there, having an intention, setting the intention. I bought this heart shape picture frame. I'm gonna use my white sage stick. I'm going to smudge it, smudge the object, open the windows while I'm smudging it, and set the right intention that I'm gonna put a picture of my wife. We're hitting our 15-year anniversary. I want to sustain the relationship, grow the relationship, make sure there's more love, more abundance in terms of relationship, bonding, whatever it is. Then you can also write the intention and put it behind the picture frame. Everything has an intention and it has a meaning. Everything holds the property of the energy itself. Now, let me go through some steps here, some quick steps here that you can consider. So when you're assessing the energy and identifying and trying to release that stagnant energy, always pick up your stuff and ask, how does it make you feel? Does it make you happy? Does it bring up bad memories? If there's guilt, is there any regret? Oh, that was a great time. I was on a vacation or whatever. Asking all of these questions is really understanding truly, do you need that in your home or in your space? If you don't, declutter it without guilt. Give it away. Throw it away. Gift it to somebody else. Whatever you choose to do, you're doing it with the intention of understanding that you don't need that object in your space. Whether it be that painting, whether it be a gift that somebody gave you. In the example about relationship before, things that your ex gave you, get rid of them. Things that represent and remind you of your ex, get rid of it. You're not going to welcome the chi of new relationships by having things of your past relationships, whether it be good or bad, lying around in your home, in your space, because it is still living energy there. So donate, recycle, whatever is appropriate. The second tip I have here for you, cleanse and re-energize objects. So in the example I talked to you about, when you buy something at a home good store or any of a decor store, you can clear the energy. You can sunlight, use moonlight to clear out the energy there. You can charge your crystals when it comes to the appropriate moon cycles. Smoke cleansing, there's sound cleansing. So Tibetan bowls, bells, and all that kind of deal is a great way. So if I bought this microphone, right, I can use wind chimes, I can use bells to really clear the intention of it, as well as bringing my own intention to it. The other very powerful way is salt or water cleansing. It purifies the objects like jewelries and crystal. In Feng Shui, we have a salt water cure that is very important to place in the negative areas of your home. Now, the third step that you can really consider here is about organization and its mental clarity, right? Everything should be has its own designated space. Where you work is where you work. Where you sleep is where you sleep. My biggest advice to my last client as well, she had her home office in her bedroom. The two energy is conflicting each other, and no wonder she's having a hard time sleeping. No wonder she's having a hard time concentrating at work. You want to separate your space. If you live in a small space, there are different ways that you can have your home office, but not on your bed. Right? So the bed energy is for rest, mental clarity, relaxation. The energy of working at a desk is about innovation, driving new ideas, solving complex problems, complexity, communication, all of the stuff that is not related to rest and sleep. So really want to make sure that you separate and understand the purpose and the intention of all the rooms that you have in your house. Avoid overfilling your shelves and drawers, and you're having a hard time closing the cabinets or the drawers. You want to really create energetic opportunities for things to flow, fit properly, and be stored properly as well. Really think about meaningful intention of all of your items, uplifting the chi of the space and the space it holds. Your home is a reflection of your inner world. You know, what you keep around you impacts your mindset as well as your future. Think about the stuff that you don't need. Think about the meaning behind it. What's the intention? Surround yourself with objects, with images that are inspiring. Here's another feng shui tip when it comes to painting and artwork. When you are lying in your bed, the back is your past, the forward wall is your future. So if I'm going to put an artwork or a painting that is in front of me, I want to make sure that is tied to what I want my intentions to be for the future, whether it be the future of growing my family, a relationship, or career. You want to have that there. If you have a sharp image there that has like swords or knives or anything like that, that is a conflict of energy. If you have a painting that is chaotic, that is very dark, it could be a picture of a skull, for example, right? What do skulls represent? Death energy, negative energy, and that should not be part of your future. So really be intentional of the artwork, the things you put up on your wall, the things that you have around your desk. They have to have purpose. They have to have meaning. So when I say surround yourself with objects and all the stuff that is meaningful, do it. It works. Use the Bagua map. I'll give you another example. And on my desk, I have pyrite crystal. Pyrite crystal is for energizing prosperity, abundance, and opportunity. I am thankful for what I have today. And every day that I sit here, I set my intention. I roll my hands around this pyrite. I sometimes put it all over my body as well, but I really want to set the intention that I always have opportunities. I've had great opportunities this year in relationship, meeting new people, opportunities for new clients, new business, opportunities at work, in my day job, opportunities for building the future. The year of the snake is about setting the stepping stones for bigger growth next year, when the horse is going to expand and make everything go faster. Now, we've talked about the steps that you can consider. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions or anything like that. But I always want to make sure that you have an understanding of the different steps that you can apply when it comes to Feng Shui. Now, digital decluttering, as I really want to talk about this too on the next slide. You know, your phone, your laptop, your computer holds a lot of clutter, holds a lot of memories, holds a lot of energy. So in the next slide here, you'll see that we have two things here. So the digital decluttering is really thinking about the electronics that you have, your phone, making sure. I went through my contacts. I had about 600 something contacts. Now I have down, I think, below 300. There are people who I haven't talked or chatted with. Why are they sitting in my phone? Maybe I had an argument, I had a bad client, or a bad relationship. They're still sitting in my phone. I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to declutter my phone. I'm going to declutter my files. I'm going to declutter my drawers in my desk. Old files that I don't need that could be made digital, stored in a proper folder. Yes, our desktop. I always have my desktop image as what I want to manifest for the future. And then I have 5 or 6 folders on the right-hand side. There are moments where I have lots of files on my desktop. I do that as well too. I make sure that I have time to move them into the right folder. When you open your desktop, it should be the first thing that should be most inspiring, motivating for your mind, body, and soul. It shouldn't be a mess of files and folders that you can't even see the background image, right? So once you do the digital declutter, it's going to help reduce some of your stress. It's going to make you feel less overwhelmed. It will boost your productivity. In my vision board training class, there is an opportunity that you can save that vision board to be your desktop screensaver. So every morning when I go to my laptop, I am reminded of my vision board. I'm reminded of that one aspect of career, for example, that I really want to manifest, embellish, and really energize, right? It frees up storage as well, just from a productivity perspective. It improves the speed of your computer and your phone and all that. And there are so many different tips, for those who are using iPhones or Android. Follow them. Spend some time on it to really understand what's going on there. So, wow. Now there are 9 feng shui tips when it comes to decluttering your home, right? So I'm going to go through them very quickly here. And then once you have the slide, you could really go through that. But when it comes to clearing clutter, we talked about the clearing, the clutter of the entrance of your home. Invite the chi into your home. Declutter each room, each space with purpose. Keep only what you need, right? That's very important. Rather being a hoarder, just keep what you need. Then we're going to talk about mining the 5 elements on the next slide. We talked about how do we balance all of these 5 elements? What shape, what form, what property? How do they appear in your space? You really want to make sure it's balanced. I've given you examples here. Wood is all about growth, so plants, using wood furniture. Metal is about clarity, so minimalistic decor. Metallic items, metallic colors, metal colors to really help boost your clarity. Water is about flow, so you can use mirrors, water fountains. So too much of one element in one space, remember, could also create imbalance. So always get a different perspective when you are decorating your home to see, how does it feel? That's all about feeling. Feng Shui is about feeling. And locate and activate the wealth corner. That's a must for me. Whether it be my office and my home, I always want to make sure that I activate that. In the next slide, we talk about the bedroom. The bedroom is about, sleep, transformation, creating, Zen feelings and environments that will help you relax, so make sure you have a headboard. Very important in feng shui in your room that your bed is facing the command position. Now, here's the big complicated question. I have clients who ask me, what if the command position of my bed is not aligned to the qua direction that is auspicious for me? Well, the answer to that, if you ask me, a classical trained feng shui practitioner, I rely everything on my Minghua direction. So I want to make sure I am sitting, facing, eating, looking, working, sleeping in my 4 auspicious Minghua direction. If that is not in the command position of the room, there are different things that you can put into your bedroom to make sure that your furniture, the environment and space is in the proper command position. We can talk about that further. Message me if you have any questions or pictures of your room that you need help. 7, respect hidden spaces. Don't forget it. I always say, a lot of people forget about the energy of closets and garage. If it is a living space in your home, you need to feng shui it. You need to make sure it's clear. Don't pretend that the closet is your storage room and throw everything there and it's all clutter, because that closet might be in the gua section that is your biggest intention for the year and it's blocking you from achieving it. Everything in your space, the footprint of your map, your floor plan, is very important to understand where the furnace sits, where your washroom is, where is the closet, where is the bedroom. So that's why when I talk about the energetic footprint of your home, when you partner with me, we really dissect that floor plan and making sure you have the right things. It does take time. It does take a lot of energy to, do all of this decluttering. The next thing is, we talked a lot about, decluttering with intention. Leverage the power of 9. So the 9-minute rule, I don't know if anybody knows this, but dedicate just 9 minutes of your time a day, whether it be to hear an inspirational podcast, 9 minutes of decluttering of your space, 9 minutes of rolling crystals in your hand, 9 minutes of whatever that is important for you is very critical to help boost the chi of what you are trying to achieve. I always say every month, my friends who are watching, if you come to our house now, you'll see it's a little bit different. I have moved 9 things, whether it be the direction of my sofa, whether it be the plants, whether it be the pillows. I always monthly use this calendar, which is on the screen here for you, to really understand the flying star and the energy of the month. April 5th to May 5th. It is the dragon month. I'm a dragon. So for those who are dogs and dragons from a Chinese zodiac do not get along. It could be a very rough month for you. Then we move into the snake, from May to June, May 6th to June 5th. It is the snake month in the snake year, then the snake hour. Woo! Triple snake. So if you are the pig, be very cautious during this month. It is not going to be auspicious. It's going to be a lot of miscommunication. It is going to be a lot of conflict. It's going to be a lot that is going to bring negative chi to you. So I rely on this as always. Excuse me. I rely on this as my guiding light, how I plan, the activities that I'm going to do, when I'm going to take a break from Feng Shui and really detox and enjoy. Final thoughts here. When it comes to decluttering, it's not just about tidying your home. It's all about understanding the energetic footprint of your home, of your life. If you want to know more about the energetic footprint of your life, message me. It's about the 4 pillars of destiny. It's your Bazi. The Bazi is going to tell you your element. It's going to tell you your Chinese zodiac. We'll talk about earthly branch, your heavenly branch, your luck pillars. There's so much. So for more information, please message me. And then before I close out, so I appreciate all of you for staying on. We're a little bit over here by a minute, but next month, based on some feedback from my client, you always get a lot of information about enhancements that you need to do, remedies you need to do. So I'm actually going to do a live broadcast on May 28th at 2 p.m. Central Time to talk to you and demo. I am going to demonstrate for you all the Feng Shui tools that I tell my clients to use. I want you to learn how to do it yourself. More importantly, once you know how to do it, make sure you are putting it in the right areas of your life and in your home. You might need a Feng Shui master to help you with that. So I want you to do with intention and learn. So we will talk about the saltwater cure. We'll talk about the wealth bow, wind chimes, many different things. So shortly after this week, you will see on our website as an opportunity for you to register for the next session. We're picking different dates and times for all of our broadcasts to be diverse and to be flexible for everybody's schedule, but it's going to be different. You're going to be in my home, you're going to be in my kitchen, and I'm going to demonstrate to you all of the Feng Shui cures and remedies that I share with my clients. Thank you to all of you for joining. Stay tuned for more information from our newsletter. You will get an email as well as a short PDF as your tip to decluttering your home, leveraging the Bagua map, leveraging your Mingguan numbers, and some information there. YourChiWiz, from my home to your home. God bless. Have a great spring as we blossom and grow our mind, body, and soul and set the right intention. Thank you for joining.